Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Yagan Mills. I hope everyone's having a good morning so far. Today, we're gonna have a throwback. I know it's Friday, it's not Thursday yet, but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna boot up Call of Duty Cold War, and I'm gonna hop in on WMD and just find some reason to enjoy Cold War. And I will tell you what, it was actually refreshing just simply going back to Cold War. I can't complain, so I'm not going to complain about it. What I will complain about is this. I just got through watching Simon B. Critical's video. Great name, by the way, Simon B. Shout out to him. If you haven't, if you don't know who he is, feel free to go check him out. It's Simon, the letter B, and then Critical. He's got pretty good content. He's from the UK. I like his content. Feel free to check it out, so shout out to him. But I was watching one of his videos, and he was talking about, maybe Modern Warfare 4 might suck. In general, people are excited for generally Modern Warfare, mostly DMZ. In my mind, I'm thinking to myself, well, gee, my goodness, how come you're not playing DMZ if you're so excited, for DMZ 2, apparently. But I digress, and I'll just leave it at that. But something I noticed where even Simon B. Critical has succumbed to this situation, along with Fooley, along with the Rick, Ghost of 8, and many other content creators nowadays. And it's something consistent that I've noticed. Just about everyone's complaining about a few things here, and it's every video, if I may say. Matchmaking, bundles, pay to win, the difference between playing on PC and console, and of course, it takes way too long to get the new gun in the battle pass. Low player count, the TTK, SBMM, and things like that. Activision deceiving players and things like that on their corporate speak on their promotional pages and things like that. Toxic monetization and all that good stuff. The hit detection network. Visual clarity, and there's so many issues. But I've come to find out that it's always the same issues, and Activision over the years have actually addressed this in many different ways. And one of the things that Simon B. Critical had mentioned is that it takes way too long to get the new gun in the current Black Ops 7 Battle Pass, right? And I was looking back at it, and I went to go and hop in on or look at old videos that I had with Modern Warfare 2019. And I don't know if you guys remember way back when, if you guys ever played Modern Warfare 2019, in the Battle Pass, I think for the Season 2, if I recall correctly, for when the Growl first released, the Growl 5.56, that assault rifle that looked like the SWAT from Black Ops 4, we got that new weapon at like tier 15 if we bought the Battle Pass, but it was free for everybody. Everybody could get it. Now, I don't recall how long it took to grind the Battle Pass from tier 1 to tier 100, but if I recall correctly, in Season 2, it was tier 15. We got a free assault rifle for everybody, regardless of how long. You could use a Battle Pass token or otherwise. And then during that time, I think it was like tier 31 or 32, you got the Striker 45. And that was a new SMG, right? For everybody during Season 2 back in the day 2019. But I was just pointing it out because I'm like, wait a minute, no one was really complaining about getting a free gun in the Battle Pass that was available to everybody. You just had to progress the Battle Pass, and you got free COD points, and then with that you got a free assault rifle or a free shotgun during that time. You got a free SMG during that time. So I don't understand why people are complaining about getting something for free. When back in the day, if anyone remembers, back in 2016, Infinite Warfare, if you were a Season Pass owner, you got the very new gun instantly. You got the base weapon. You didn't get like the variants or anything like that, but you got the base weapon, and people were complaining about that. And don't worry, I'll provide the screenshots as well, because I think I have some old screenshots of the old Battle Pass. But the interesting thing is, and I'll read one of the screenshots here when I looked up the information in regards to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. It says that the Season Pass owners received the new base DLC weapons instantly, while other players had to unlock them through specific in-game challenges or find variants and supply drops, right? And of course, opinions in the community on this system are a little mixed. One argument would be the pain explained the pay-to-win argument, which some players feel that getting weapons instantly, chasing rare epic variants locked behind supply drop creates an unfair advantage or skips the lengthy grind, right? But the counter argument to that is that other players argue that it's not pay-to-win because the base weapon themselves are entirely free via gameplay challenges and not permanently hidden behind a paywall. Now, this creates a sentiment where I remember distinctly there was just a whole bunch of hate with Infinite Warfare right back in 2016. Matter of fact, I still think it's the number one hatest video, the number one disliked video on YouTube. So, and I remember people complaining about that. Oh, I'm like, oh, if you bought the season pass owners, you're part of the problem. You're the reason why Call of Duty is going downhill. And people were complaining about the fact, and they were a little salty that people had an extra $50 when they got the season pass. Now, I distinctly remember dropping $150. It was the first time I've ever spent $150 on a game. But mind you, that was the best $150 investment I've ever had as far as for the content being offered. I got Modern Warfare Remastered, overall, multiplayer and campaign and everything. Plus, I got a new game. Plus, I got zombies. Plus, I got another campaign with Infinite Warfare. I was eating really good back in 2019 or 2020 or 2020, 2016. Oh my goodness, I am dating myself. My gosh. Anywho, but no, that's what I'm pointing out, because everyone wants to complain about something, but no one wants to point out how many changes the studios made over the course of years to kind of maybe correct what the criticisms were. Before, it was supply drops we were complaining about, right? Before it was that. And then before even the supply drops, mind you, the criticism before supply drops, people were complaining about the fact that there weren't enough guns in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Ghosts. There weren't enough guns. Call of Duty titles were releasing with less maps and less guns. People were complaining about that, right? People were complaining about the season pass splitting up the player base, like we see now in the ports of Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. So it's very interesting how we go from wanting more in the grind, right, to complaining about the same thing that the studios, whether it be Sledgehammer Games or Infinity Ward, making those accommodations and changes for people, and we still have the audacity to complain about it. Mind you, back in 2016, Season Pass owners got the free base weapon if you decided to drop a little bit more money, and that was the benefit of having the Season Pass, right? People complained about it. In DMZ, when Modern Warfare 20, Roman numeral 2, back in 2022, if you decided to buy a $10 bundle or a $30 bundle for DMZ and you got like a UAV, apparently that was also considered pay to win, even though nothing was stopping you from surviving an extraction. So you also could actually have a UAV, for example, or a self-res or anything like that, even though there was a limit to that, whereas you had to wait a minute before, literally 1 minute before you can pop that UAV. So it's very interesting to me that we're in a situation where when something was once acceptable is no longer acceptable, all because we dislike it, or all because we want to hop on the hate train just like days past. But I digress. I just wanted to point that out, that there's a little bit of hypocrisy going on, and it seems to be we're back at it again with the same hate train cycle with Call of Duty. But that's all I had for today. Feel free to leave a like, comment below, subscribe for more. I have a couple more videos coming out this week. So other than that, I hope you all have a great remaining of your guys' day. And remember always, peace be with you. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Ciao, guys.
I'll break your fingers.